Chosen one, you've been feeling different lately, haven't you? This is why. Something shifted inside you. Not overnight, not suddenly, but slowly, deeply, like a quiet storm building in your soul. You started seeing through people, through lies, through illusions. Things that once felt normal now feel heavy, fake, draining. And the people who walked away from you or lost you, they feel it too. Every single day. They thought you were replaceable. They looked at you like you were just another option. Another person they could come back to whenever they felt like it. They underestimated your silence, your patience, your depth. But what they didn't understand is that your presence was never ordinary. You weren't just there to fill space. You were there to awaken something inside them. And now that you're gone, they feel the emptiness. Not just emotionally, spiritually. Your absence became their awakening. When you left, or when they lost access to you, something inside their world collapsed. Because you were carrying an energy they couldn't find anywhere else. A rare frequency, a divine presence. Now they compare everyone to you. And no one matches. No one understands them the way you did. No one sees them the way you did. No one challenges their soul the way you did. And that's when regret begins to grow. Quietly, painfully, relentlessly. Chosen ones don't chase, they transform. You stopped chasing. You stopped begging. You stopped explaining yourself to people who refused to understand. And that's when your power activated. Because a chosen one is not here to convince the world of their worth. They are here to realize it. You began to detach, to heal, to evolve. And while you were rising, they were stuck replaying memories of you in their mind. They miss the version of you they took for granted. They miss your kindness, your loyalty, your presence. But most of all, they miss how you made them feel. Safe, seen, understood. And now they search for that same feeling everywhere. But it's gone. Because that energy was never theirs to keep. It was a gift. And they lost it. Your silence speaks louder than words. You don't need to tell them anything. You don't need closure. You don't need revenge. Your silence is enough. Because in your absence, they are forced to face themselves. The mistakes, the missed chances, the way they treated you. And no distraction can silence that truth. Being chosen means being misunderstood. Let's be real. This path isn't easy. You've been called too much. Too emotional. Too deep. Too different. People couldn't figure you out. So they tried to label you. But that's what happens when someone carries a higher awareness. A deeper vision. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand apart. You saw what others could. You noticed things others ignored. You felt energies others denied. You understood people without them even speaking. And that scared them. Because you saw through masks. Through fake love. Through hidden intentions. And instead of rising to your level, they chose to distance themselves. They regret not listening to you. Deep down, they know you were right. About them. About situations. About everything they ignored. But at the time, their ego was louder than their soul. Now it's different. Now the silence speaks. Now the truth echoes in their mind. And now it's too late. You were a mirror to their soul. You didn't just love them. You reflected them. Their light. Their darkness. Their potential. And most people aren't ready for that kind of reflection. So instead of healing, they ran. But you can't run from truth forever. And now they're forced to face it alone. Chosen ones trigger transformation. You don't enter lives randomly. You are sent, placed, aligned to trigger growth. Sometimes that means love. Sometimes that means loss. But every time, it leaves a mark. And that's why they can't forget you. They thought time would erase you. They believed they'd move on, forget you, replace you. But time didn't heal them. It reminded them of what they lost, of who you were, of what they'll never find again. You outgrew their limitations. You evolved, while they stayed the same. And that gap, that distance, that difference in energy, it became too much. Because growth separates, and not everyone is meant to come with you. Your energy was rare. Let's be honest. People meet thousands of others in their life. But someone like you, that's once in a lifetime. Your soul, your depth, your presence. It's not common. And now they realize they lost something priceless. They feel your absence in everything. Songs remind them of you. Places remind them of you. Even silence reminds them of you. Because you didn't just exist in their life. You impacted it deeply. You did lose them, they lost you. Let that sink in. You didn't lose anything. You gained clarity. You gained strength. You gained yourself. They're the ones who lost someone real, someone genuine, someone irreplaceable. Your awakening changed everything. Once you woke up, there was no going back. No more settling. No more pretending. No more shrinking yourself for others. You chose growth, and that choice changed your entire reality. You became unreachable to low energy, not because you're arrogant, but because you're aware. You protect your peace now, your energy, your time, and not everyone has access to that anymore. They watch you from a distance. They see you, glowing, evolving, thriving, and it confuses them. Because they expected you to break, to chase, to come back. But you didn't. Your strength became their regret. Every time you grow, they feel it. Every time you level up, they remember. And every time you shine, they regret letting you go. You were never meant to stay small. You were never meant to stay in places that couldn't grow you. Never meant to beg for love. Never meant to prove your worth. You were meant to rise. And that's exactly what you did. Chosen one, this is your confirmation. If you've been feeling this shift, if you've been noticing people from your past thinking about you, if you've been rising while others are stuck, this is not coincidence. This is alignment. This is your awakening. Chosen one, if this message found you, it's not by accident. You are awakening into your true power. And not everyone is meant to walk this journey with you. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you feel this deep in your soul. Let the universe know you're ready. And tell me, do you feel them regretting losing you lately? If this resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Chosen Wave, and join this growing awakening. Because your story is just getting started. They feel your energy even without contact. You don't text them. You don't call them. You don't even look for them anymore. But somehow, they feel you. Because energy doesn't need permission. It travels, it connects, it lingers. And your energy, it left an imprint on their soul. Now they feel random waves of emotions. Out of nowhere. That's you. Not physically, but spiritually. You became the lesson they can't escape. Some people are blessings. Others are lessons. But you were both. You showed them love. And you showed them truth. And now they're stuck with that lesson. Because no matter who they meet, no matter where they go, the memory of you follows. Teaching, reminding, haunting. They tried to replace you, but failed. They thought it would be easy. Find someone new. Start fresh. Forget everything. But reality hit differently. Because connections like yours can't be duplicated. They may find attention. They may find distractions. But they won't find you. And that realization, it hurts more than losing you ever did. Your glow-up became their wake-up call. You didn't stay broken. You didn't stay stuck in pain. You transformed. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And now you shine differently. You walk differently. You speak differently. You carry yourself like someone who knows their worth. And they see it. From a distance, wondering how they let someone like you slip away. You stopped explaining yourself. There was a time you tried to make them understand you. You explained your feelings, your intentions, your truth, but they didn't listen. So you stopped. And that silence, that distance, it forced them to finally hear everything you once said. They remember the little things now. The way you laughed. The way you cared. The way you noticed things no one else did. Back then, they overlooked it. Now, those same little things feel irreplaceable. Because it's always the small moments that leave the deepest scars. You are too real for their illusions. They were used to surface-level connections. Fake smiles, empty words, temporary feelings. But you were real. And real energy disrupts illusions. It forces people to face truth, to feel deeply, to grow. And not everyone is ready for that. So they ran. But now they miss the realness they once had. Your detachment was your power move. You didn't react. You didn't chase. You didn't beg for attention. You simply detached. And that confused them. Because they expected you to hold on. But you chose yourself. And that choice, it shifted the entire dynamic. Now they're the ones wondering, thinking, regretting. They feel your absence more at night. During the day, they distract themselves. Work, people, noise. But at night, it's different. Silence hits harder. Thoughts get louder. Memories replay clearer. And that's when you appear in their mind the most. Uninvited. Unforgettable. You became the standard they can't match. After you, everything feels less deep, less real, less meaningful. Because you raised the standard. Not intentionally, but naturally. And now they're stuck comparing everyone else to you. And no one comes close. They regret the way they treated you. Not just losing you, but how they treated you while they had you. The disrespect, the neglect, the moments they took you for granted. It replays in their mind, over and over again. Because deep down, they know you deserved better. You were a blessing they did recognize. You came into their life with pure intentions. No games. No manipulation. No hidden agendas. Just real energy. But they didn't see it. Not then. Now. Now they wish they did. You left, but your impact stayed. You may be gone from their life, but your impact, it stayed. In their thoughts, in their emotions, in their growth. Because a chosen one doesn't just pass through lives. They leave a mark that can never be erased. They're learning the hard way. Some lessons can't be taught with words, only with loss. And losing you, that was their lesson. A painful one, but necessary. Because sometimes people only understand value after it's gone. You became untouchable energy. Not because you're distant, but because you've evolved. Your mindset changed. Your standards changed. Your energy elevated. And now, not everyone can reach you anymore. Not everyone deserves access to you. They wish they could go back. If they could rewind time, they would. Say things differently. Act differently. Treat you differently. But life doesn't work like that. And that realization, it's heavy. Because now they have to live with what if. Your peace became your protection. You chose peace over chaos. Silence over drama. Growth over attachment. And that decision, it protected you. While they remained stuck in the same cycles. They feel the distance growing. Every day, they feel you slipping further away. Not physically, but energetically. And it scares them. Because deep down, they know they can't reach you anymore. You didn't just heal, you upgraded. This wasn't just healing. This was transformation. You became stronger, wiser, more aware. And now, you operate on a completely different level. One they can see, but no longer access. They lost access to your soul. Not just your presence, your soul, your energy, your love, your depth. And that's not something you can get back easily. Once a chosen one disconnects, it's final. They watch but can't approach. They keep tabs on you. From afar, curious, regretful, confused. But they don't approach. Because they know you're not the same person anymore. And deep down, they don't know if they deserve you now. They feel your absence in their growth. Now that you're gone, they're forced to grow without you. No guidance, no emotional support, no one to understand them the way you did. And that's where it hits the hardest. Because they didn't just lose a person. They lost someone who elevated them. You were their safe place. When the world felt heavy, they came to you. When their mind was chaotic, you brought them peace. You were their escape, their comfort, their emotional home. And now, they feel exposed. Because that safe place is gone. They took your loyalty as weakness. You stayed. You forgave. You understood. And they mistook that for weakness. But loyalty isn't weakness. It's rare. And now they see it. But it's too late. Because the same loyalty they once had, they can't find anywhere else. Your absence revealed their truth. When you were there, they hid behind you. Behind your energy. Your love. Your presence. But once you left, their reality was exposed. No more distractions. No more cover. Just truth. And not everyone is ready to face that. They realize you were different. Not just different, but special. Your mindset, your heart, your soul. It wasn't common. And now they see it clearly. Because sometimes, it takes losing something rare to understand its value. They miss how you understood them without words. You didn't need explanations. You just knew. Their mood, their thoughts, their silence. You felt it. And that kind of connection, it's not easy to find. That's why they miss you in ways they can't explain. You walked away with dignity. No drama. No begging. No chasing. Just silence and distance. And that hit deeper than anything you could have said. Because your exit showed strength, self-respect, power. They expected you to come back. They thought you'd return. That you'd miss them enough to reach out. That you'd break first. But you didn't. And that shattered their expectations. Because for the first time, they realized they don't control you anymore. You broke the cycle. You ended patterns, toxic behaviors, unhealthy attachments, emotional confusion. You chose clarity. And that decision, it didn't just change you. It exposed everything they refused to fix. They feel the void you left behind. It's not just loneliness. It's a void, a deep emptiness that nothing seems to fill. Because your presence was more than just company. It was connection. And now that it's gone, everything feels incomplete. You became a memory they can't replace. You're not just someone from their past. You're a memory that stays alive. In moments, in thoughts, in feelings. And no matter how much time passes, that memory doesn't fade. They hear your words in their mind. Things you once said. Advice you gave. Truths you spoke. They echo now. Louder than ever. Because at the time, they didn't listen. But now they understand every word. You were their reality check. You didn't just agree with everything. You challenged them. You pushed them to grow, to think deeper, to act better, to become more. And now they realize that kind of honesty is rare. They miss the way you loved. Not just love, but your love. Pure, deep, unconditional. The kind that doesn't come with games. The kind that feels safe. And now they search for it, but can't find it. You were a chapter they can't close. They try to move on. Pretend it didn't matter. Act like it's over. But it's not. Because some chapters don't close easily. And you're one of them. They regret their silence too. Not just what they said, but what they didn't say. The apologies, the appreciation, the truth, all left unspoken. And now those unsaid words weigh heavy on their heart. You became their what if. What if they treated you better? What if they listened? What if they chose you fully? These questions don't leave. They stay, looping, repeating, haunting. Because what if is one of the heaviest feelings to carry. You taught them something they didn't expect. Love, real love, the kind that heals, not hurts. The kind that builds, not breaks. And even though they lost you, that lesson stays. Forever. They feel your energy moving on. even without seeing you. They feel it. You're not waiting anymore. Not hoping. Not looking back. You've moved forward. And that energy shift, it hits them deeply. You didn't just leave, you elevated. You rose. Above the pain. Above the past. Above everything that once held you back. And now, you're not the same person they once knew. You're stronger, sharper, unstoppable. They know they can't reach you the same way again. Even if they tried, even if they came back, it wouldn't be the same. Because you've changed. Your standards are higher. Your awareness is deeper. And your energy, it no longer aligns with who they used to be. They feel your growth without seeing it. You don't have to post it. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to announce it. They feel it. Your energy shifted. Your mindset expanded. Your presence evolved. And even from a distance, they can sense you're not the same anymore. You became someone they can't figure out anymore. There was a time they knew exactly how you'd react, what you'd say, how you'd feel, how to reach you. But now, you're different, unpredictable, unbothered, unreachable. And that confuses them, because they lost the version of you they once understood. They miss the control they had over you. Let's be honest. They were used to your patience, used to your forgiveness, used to your presence no matter what. And now, that control is gone. You don't react the same. You don't respond the same. And that loss of control, it eats at them. You turned pain into power. What broke you built you. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of confusion, it shaped you. And now you stand stronger than ever, while they're still trying to understand how you turned everything around. They didn't expect you to outgrow them. They thought you'd stay the same. Stay available. Stay understanding. Stay there. But you didn't. You grew. And growth changes everything. Because now, you see things differently. You learn to choose yourself. That was the shift. The moment you stopped choosing others over yourself. The moment you realized your peace matters. Your energy matters. You matter. And once you learned that, there was no going back. They feel replaced, even if you're alone. Here's the truth. Even if you're not with someone else, they feel replaced. Not by a person, but by your self-worth. Because you no longer need them the way you once did. And that realization, it's heavy. You became emotionally independent. You don't rely on anyone anymore. Not for validation. Not for happiness. Not for peace. You found it within yourself. And that kind of independence, it's powerful and rare. They miss being needed by you. You used to care deeply. Used to show it. Used to express it. And they felt needed. Important. Now, you're whole on your own. And they can feel that shift. Because you don't depend on them anymore. You walk away faster now. No hesitation. No overthinking. No second chances for the same behavior. Because you learned. And once a chosen one learns, they don't repeat cycles. They break them. They're still processing the loss. While you've moved forward, they're still stuck. Still thinking. Still feeling. still trying to understand. Because your absence hit them later, but deeper. You became a standard they fear losing again. Even if they meet someone new, there's a fear, a quiet thought in their mind. What if I lose this one too, like I lost them? Because you taught them something. And now, they carry that awareness into everything. They realize your worth too late. That's how it always happens. When you were there, they didn't see it, didn't value it, didn't protect it. But now it's clear, crystal clear, and painfully obvious. You no longer entertain half-love. No more confusion. No more mixed signals. No more bare minimum. You've experienced depth. And now, you refuse anything less. They notice your silence more than your words. You don't argue anymore. You don't explain. You don't chase conversations that go nowhere. You just go quiet. And that silence, it says everything. You became a lesson in self-respect. By walking away, you taught them something powerful. How to respect, how to value, how to not take someone for granted. But lessons learned through loss always hurt the most. They feel you letting go completely. At first, they thought you just needed space, time, distance. But now, they feel it. You've let go completely. And that realization, it hits differently. You're no longer emotionally available to them. Even if they came back, even if they tried again, they wouldn't find the same you. Because emotionally, you've moved on. And that door, it's closed. They miss the version of you that loved them deeply. Not the new you, not the distant you, but the old you. The one who cared without limits, who stayed no matter what, who loved without fear. And losing that version of you is something they can't replace. You found peace without them. That's the part they didn't expect. They thought you'd de-struggle, be lost, be broken, be stuck. But instead, you found peace. And that changes everything. They realize you were never the problem. All the blame they placed on you, all the things they accused you of, now they see it. You weren't the problem. You were the clarity they avoided. You became everything they said you couldn't be. Strong, independent, unbothered, focused, everything they doubted. You became. And now, they watch in silence, because there's nothing left to say. They replay your last moments together, the last conversation, the last look, the last time they heard your voice. It plays in their mind, over and over again, thinking, what if I did things differently? But memories don't change. They just repeat. You became their unfinished story. Not every connection gets closure. Some just end. Abruptly, silently, painfully. And you became that unfinished story in their life. The one they still think about, but can't rewrite. They feel the energy you took back. When you walked away, you didn't just leave physically. You took your energy back, your attention, your love, your presence. And now, they feel the absence of it, because they were used to receiving it effortlessly. You stopped pouring into the wrong places. You gave a lot. Time, effort, emotion. But now, you've learned. You don't pour into people who can't pour back. And that shift, it changed your entire reality. Chosen one, if you felt this message deep in your soul, don't ignore it. That feeling you're having right now, that's your awakening. That's your energy rising. That's your spirit remembering who you are. You were never ordinary. You were always chosen. Now I want you to do something powerful. Drop a comment right now and write, "I am chosen and I never go back." Let the universe know you're done shrinking yourself. Let your energy declare that you're done chasing what loses you. And tell me honestly, do you feel them thinking about you, missing you, regretting losing you every single day? If this message woke something inside you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Chosen Wave, and join this awakening journey. Because this is not just a channel. This is a frequency. And you were meant to find it.